What's going on, man? It's your boy Coach I, man. We here on Chuckin Buckets on the Fan Addict Sports Network. This episode is brought to you by Swipe Fast. Listen, business owners, are you looking for a way to keep the majority of your hard-earned profit while continuing to grow your business? If this is you, check out Swipe Fast, a merchant services company that has over 26 combined years of experience in helping businesses of all sizes process debit and credit card payments in the most efficient and cost-saving ways. So whether you're a restaurant, retail store, e-commerce, or process business-to-business payments, Swipe Fast has a solution that fits your needs. You can visit them at www.swipefast.com. That's swipe with a Y, not an I, with a Y. Or you can call them at 1-800-597-0713 for a no-strings-attached cost analysis. Don't forget, ask them about their revolutionary pricing cash discount that has saved plenty of business owners up to 99% of their current processing fees. And let them know Chuckin Buckets from the Fan Addict sent you. What's going on, man? It's another episode of Chuckin Buckets, man. This time we got a little something special for y'all, man. We got an athlete interview, LaRon Dendy. He's been on the channel before. He's coming back on, man, to talk about his summer camp he's doing for the kids, man. But before we get into it, man, let's bring on our other co-host, man, my boy KB. What's up, KB?
What's up, Coach? How you doing, man?
Hey, man, chilling, man. You know, we in the midst of all these camps and stuff going on. You know, both our kids went to the same camp last week, for a week, and then you just finished up down at Gamecock Country with Coach Staley, man. How was that?
Oh, man, it was definitely a great experience, man. I'm glad my daughter was able to kind of experience that and, kind of met Coach Staley, got a little picture with her, and got a little taste of them, the college kids down there, and maybe seen a little NIL money, you know what I'm saying, walking around there too, you know what I'm saying. But overall, good experience.
Good, man. Good, man. It's a lot of people running camps, man, these days, some better than others, man. This guy we're going to bring on, like I say, he's been on the channel before, man. Played college ball at Middle Tennessee State, Iowa State, and then went on to have a lengthy professional career that involved some stint in the NBA and overseas, man. He's got his own camp going. Let's bring him on in, man. Let's bring him in. It's LaRon Dendy. What's going on, Ron?
What's going on? What's going on, Coach? How you doing?
Hey, man. Hey, we doing over here, man. Hey, how you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling great. Feeling well.
Feeling Good, man. We see you got all your stuff laid out on the table, man. Tell us, first of all, before we get into the camp, man, tell us about the Wolves Den, man. What you trying to accomplish with this, man? That's your baby right there.
Oh, yeah, Wolves Den, man. We started, out the mud, got out the mud together early. And it's just right now, it's basically on training, help develop the kids, not, just with sports, but outside of sports as well. I want them to be, I feel like they do have like a big brother there, if you feel what I'm saying.
Okay. That's what's up, man. For the camp, man, let's go ahead and just touch on the camp a little. Just give some just random the details of the camp, and then we'll talk about, the message behind the camp and things of that nature.
Okay.
So just give me the basic, like when, where, and I'm gonna try to put this.
It's going to be held in 2 days, July 29th and July 30th. It's going to be a grill high, my old stomping grounds where I won a state championship there, beat some of the best high school teams to get there, basically, it's we got some of the guys coming out, around the area that, made a name for themselves, like, especially in Greer, we got, Zane coming there. If you know Zane well, one of the best shooters, man, and he's definitely going to be there to help the kids there on the 29th for sure.
Okay, and I see you got this split up into 7 through 13 for the 29th, and then on the 30th, you basically got the high school kids coming on, and you're also doing boys and girls. So the camp, KB, I'm gonna let you get in here with one of your questions. If you do you have a question about the camp?
Yeah. Just kind of give me some background on the Wolves Den, like the name. Like, how did y'all come about that, or where did that originate from?
You know, when wolves, man, like myself, I always felt like I was a wolf. You know, if you know a story about wolves, you know, they travel alone until they find other like themselves, and that's how they form the wolf pack based off loyalty. So that's how I look at it right here. And then Den is basically, you know, my last name, Dendy. I just said D-Y off, and it's like, you know, your lions den, you have your wolves den.
Okay. I didn't even think about that when I seen Wolves Den about that to being to play off your last name too, man.
Yes, sir.
So
So basically, at the end of the day, it's just like, you know, wolves den is just like, you know, we get these kids, like I said, I want to, you know, form a different relationship with them outside of basketball as well. So it's just like, you know, we have a wolf pack, and they always know that they got somebody they can come to. They got somebody they know, like, you know, you ain't got to pay for every workout. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I want to come to LaRon Dendy. I want to talk to him, have a workout session with him, just to get something off my mind or whatever. I'm there for you.
okay. Hey man, that's a good message, man. Positive, like you say, to try to be there on and off the court for these kids. So I know you got the Wolves Den program, like you say, you train and then try to help them out with life as well. What made you want to do specifically do a basketball camp? Because I know you do some training in Tennessee as well, and you want to come home and do this camp. What made you want to do this camp back at your old stomping ground?
You know, just to get, the kids familiar with who I am, and basically, you know what I'm saying, show them, like, you have your different trainers, you know what I'm saying. I just want to show them, the way I trained, the way what I had to do to get to where I had to, get to, playing in the summer league with different teams like the Washington Wizards and Miami Heat and Minnesota Timberwolves, then going overseas playing on the top teams, playing against the top teams, to make a name for myself for 8 years. It's just to, get to know that, I'm from where they from, basically, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's like you could do whatever you want to do. You just got to put your mind to it.
Good message, man. We need lots of positive role models out here, man. This world getting kind of crazy out here. So
Oh, yeah.
that's a good thing that you're doing, man. KP, you want to jump in there with another question?
No, I definitely like the kind of the background information behind it as well. I think you kind of touched on this, but the kind of purpose of the camp itself, are you more around like just giving back to your local area, or what inspires you to give back to the kids and the community?
What inspires me to get back to the kids and the communities, like I was once that kid who wanted to like have a camp to showcase my skills. Like right here, like basically on the 30th, like I got right here, it's gonna be the 9th through 12th in the high school fundamentals contest and all-star games. So it's just basically right. Everybody can go to a Nike All-American. Not saying that the camp is like that, but you're gonna have, different grades from 9th through 12 coming to this camp. If you ain't got a name, you can come here and make a name for yourself, because it might be a big name there, and that big name might have an off day. And now, so you got a name out that's good for your recruiting, or for you going into high school with confidence, if you understand that. But this is all what it's for, just being competitive, come out, showing your real talents, and just making a name for yourself to have a better chance to get into college somewhere.
That's solid. That's solid, man. So, I want to ask you. So, a lot of like you mentioned earlier, you went to Greer High School when you was here, and you going back and you going to your old stomping ground. What has the Greer High School community meant to you in your journey through playing basketball all your life?
Oh, it meant everything. That's why I started, playing basketball for real. It's just like, playing throughout my whole journey, but then, football was my first love. And Coach Neely, he took me under his wing, like, Frank Ballinger took me under his wing with AAU. So when I came to Greer, it's like they took me in, and I won a state championship during my 10th grade year. I committed, to Clemson there, one of the biggest recruits to get recruited to Clemson my 10th grade year. And then, almost every college coach, back then was coming through Greer High. So it's like, it's just so much great memories there.
Okay. We here talking to LaRon Dendy and the Wolves Den, man. Talking about his basketball camp. We here in South Carolina, man. He's gonna host that camp out there at Greer High School, July 29th at 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. for the ages 7 through 13. And then July 30th is basically going to be the high school people. It's only $75, man. That's a pretty good price, man. It's like
a lot of people out here trying to get that bag and ain't really teaching the kids nothing. I like the way you say you're gonna do some 3-on-3s, 5-on-5, and some other contests with some fundamentals built into that. So is this a camp you looking to run every year at Greer High?
Yes, sir. It's something I'm looking to run every year. Every year.
Okay. So, I mentioned that you played at Middle Tennessee State, Iowa State, and played professional, for a lengthy time. Tell the people about your basketball journey, man, because people see that. They see this picture I got on the screen now. They see the end result, but tell them how you got there. You know what I'm saying? What it takes, because a lot of these kids watch the NBA guys. They more than not Steph Curry. They come in the gym trying to shoot threes and think everything's glamorous, man. But tell them about the journey you had to get here.
Man, the journey, it wasn't easy, but at the same time, I just stayed on that grind. You got to be in that gym every day. You got to fall in love with it. That's your first love. That's what's going to get you paid at the end of the day. So I went to, IMG. I actually went to like 5 different high schools, just chasing basketball. But then that journey took me to Iowa State. And then once I was at Iowa State, I had a good year there. And then I had transferred to Middle Tennessee State, where I got Player of the Year, and broke almost every record. The only thing I didn't do was, be able to go to the NCAA tournament. But other than that, then 8 years professional overseas, was great for me. Been to many different countries, and made a name over there for myself as well. So the journey is based off just stand on that grind, stand on your grind, stand in that gym. Don't ever don't put no other relationship before that love, besides your family. Your family always gonna be there, but what's gonna take care of your family, put that first, always. That's what I always say.
Right. That hard work and that grind, that's what we try to teach our kids right now. We got some youngsters, me and KB, coming up, in the game of basketball. We're trying to teach them to stay on that grind, because it ain't always sweet. That's the point. It ain't always sweet.
I remember that. I know it's so cliche, but they always say, there's somebody out there working harder than you, and they bringing kids from Europe now, Africa and all that now, So, like, not only is they working harder than you in the United States, you got to think about people around the world, man. And you got to try to be the one that work harder than anybody, like that person around the world. Like me, for instance, man, I used to look up and say, okay, they got Mike Beasley, number 3 in our class. I'm number 24 in my class. What I got to do to go out there and do it, be in his position, because I feel like I'm better than Mike Beasley. So I'm going to go ahead and go work hard, because I don't know, one day I might end up in that same room as Mike Beasley and get to showcase my skills and let the world know I'm better than Mike Beasley. That's just how you got to put your mind frame.
Okay. KB, you got something for him?
Yeah, this may be more of a statement than a question, though, man. Like a lot of people would probably look at your journey, a couple of different schools, couple of different paths, and almost look at that as in a negative light. But honestly, I look at that as a positive light when you try to bring this to the camp. So obviously, you got experience that you can touch on at many different levels, many different coaches, many different experiences, and to me, that's positive. You know what I'm saying? That's things that you can talk to the kids. You can pass down that that experience through the Wolves Den and the whole nine. So man, definitely kudos to you first on your journey. That. And a lot of cats would have gave up. You know what I'm saying? That first transfer, that first obstacle, they would have just like, nah, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? I can't put in that work. But just to kind of touch on your overseas experience, man, like what was the biggest adjustment for you, like going overseas? You know what I'm saying? That first time overseas, was it language barriers? Was it room situation where the outlet didn't work or something like that,
man.
The biggest obstacle?
Oh yeah, the first time I plugged my regular phone cord, the whole phone pop. So I had to learn to go get the European charger. And another hard thing was eating. Like, you just don't know, like, shopping, everything in a different language, you know what I'm saying? And then the language, I just want to learn the manners, the yes, the no's, and where to go, basically, like that. And but that was the hardest part. Everything else is easy because they give you everything. They give you the car, they give you the house, they make sure that you eat. The only thing you have to do is show up and play the game of basketball. And so I cannot that. and you can do that for you doing that 10 months straight.
Wow. Hey man, I'm with KB, man, on the experience that you bringing. It's a positive thing for these kids to see, and I want to piggyback off of it, man. Like, you hear some kids, and you always hear this. You really do hear this in basketball a lot, where it's like, oh, the coach don't like me, that's why I ain't playing. The coach do this, the coach do that. You play for a lot of different coaches, man, and you made it work. Talk to that, man. Talk about that, man, and how you just get over that mental hurdle of whether a coach is playing you, as much as you want to, or if he's favoring you. Just how has it been working with all these different coaches?
See, the coaches that favorite you, them are the easy coaches. But the coaches that like, man, I don't agree with this player. The way you show them coaches is you put in overtime. You're the first one in the gym. You're the last one in the gym. You asking coaches questions. You don't be like, oh, coach don't like me. Nah, okay, let me be the coach's pet. Let me pick your mind, because whatever you educate me, you might not even play me or nothing like that. Even though you see me coming to the gym before and after, it picking your mind. You might not even play me, but if I decide to go over here, my mind is very educated on what I gotta do next. You know what I mean? If I ever put myself in a situation to be away from this coach, but it just, I learned so much from this coach. So you got to look at the positive aspect of everything that you do, and you're going to win. So at the end of the day, just like there's no such thing as the coach didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? Make the coach like you. You know what I'm saying? Because if the teammates see it, the coach going to see it. And then what you can get in the game for 2 minutes, the fans going to see it. You know what I mean? So you got to just, you can't focus on the negative.
Yeah, I've never understood the coach don't like me. You know what I'm saying? The coach maybe he don't like you, but he gonna like you. He gonna like your game if he want to keep his job. You know what I'm saying? Like you put it, like you said, you put in that work, you show up, and you know what I'm saying. He gonna play the talent to get them wins and keep that job. So you just gotta keep grinding, like you saying.
Yeah, man. I try to tell kids all the time, man. At the end of the day, from a coach's perspective, we want to win. It's like whether it's to keep a job in college or professional in some high schools, man, or whether it's usually like everybody wants to win, man. So like you say, I may not like the way, I don't know, I may not like the shoes you wear or whatever, but or that you play around a lot. But when you get on the court, if you handle your business, don't give them a reason to sit you down. Make it impossible to sit you down. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I was fortunate enough to be around you from 7th grade on, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like you did that. I felt like you worked hard enough, and it's like, honestly, it's like, unless this dude's cutting up, we can't keep him off. We have to have him on the floor, and that's how you got to be. You know what I mean? So I want to go on to some more of that different experience you had, man. Like you played with a lot of different players, man. Did you ever play with a player that you didn't necessarily mesh with, like, right off the bat? And then how'd you handle that?
Man, to be honest, like I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, it was always like either it was the American or you had a cool American. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like the other American, okay, we understand we playing for our jobs, but pass me the ball when I'm open. You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to ask me out to make yourself look good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like there was the only times you just had the Americans, the other players, they played hard. You know what I mean? And then, your European players, wherever you playing, they accept you win. But it was just, to me, it was just the other Americans.
Whoa. Hey, to speak on that. Listen, just not to get too far off of, but we just watched Joker win the NBA Finals. He's from overseas. Would you say overseas players know how to keep the task at hand, more than American players? Like you said, sometimes the guy that was actually giving you the most trouble might have been an American while you was overplaying in Europe. Is it that the Europeans know how to like keep focus of the goal at hand and to win the game more so than Americans sometimes?
See, the difference between America and Europe, and I wish they change it over here, is, man, a kid could not be going to school over there, but they could show up and go play basketball and play for a professional team at age 12, 13 years old.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But over here, like, we can't walk into like a G League at 13, 14 years old and try to get a job. Yeah. So they be doing it. They've been doing that all their life. So it's just like they understand the program. They understand what's going on. Over here, it's just like I feel like, some Americans feel like they got a point to prove and they lose the focus of the goal. But over there, their only goal is win, 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 win. And they're going to do whatever it takes to win. They don't care if you go out there, You go out there and have 40. You know what I'm saying? And if you lose, they're not gonna they're gonna send you home. You know what I'm saying? But if you go out there and have 40, or you go out there and have 10 rebounds, 1 point, 2 assists, if you get the win, they love you.
Hey, I think it's starting to show, man, because every year more and more, overseas players, like you said earlier, are coming into the NBA. Now, NBA is definitely a worldwide game. So you got to be on that. You can't just be worried about the local guy in your neighborhood. You got to be good enough to outlast everybody. So just to go back to the camp, man, y'all make sure, listen, man, this is the Wolves Den Summer Basketball Camp at Greer High School. July 29th, July 30th. The first day, the 29th, is going to be from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. for ages 7 through 13, working on fundamentals, playing some 3-on-3, 5-on-5, different contests for boys and girls. The registration fee is $75. And then the second day is July the 30th. It's 8 to 3. And it's the high school guys from grades 9 to 12, fundamentals, contests, all-star games. Hey, man, last thing we want to say, man, what would you say to that guy that says, hey, man, I don't know if I'm good enough to go compete at the Wolves Den basketball camp?
I would say, man, come and showcase your talent. Just only thing you can come and do is make a name for yourself. That's it. You can make a good name or you can make a bad name. But I tell you, just come and get out there and play hard. Come and be ready to work hard and go from there.
There it is, man. The Wolves Den with LaRon Dendy, man. Hey, man, we appreciate you coming in on Chuckin Buckets, man. Hanging out with me and KB for a little while, man. Telling the people about your camp. Again, man, love what you're doing for the community. I'm always in favor for guys giving back to the people that gave to them on their way up.
And every kid get a free get a T-shirt as well with registration. Every kid get a summer camp T-shirt. Wolves Den Summer Camp Basketball 2023.
All right, well, tell them how to find the Wolves Den on social media and any other way to contact you.
You can find us on Instagram, Wolves Den _4, or you can find us on Facebook. We have our own Facebook, Wolves Den. You can also find us on Twitter at Wolves Den 4, and you can also find us on TikTok at Wolves Den 4.
There it is, man. You can find them on IG. You can find them on Twitter. You can find them on Facebook and TikTok, man. Wolves Den, man. Hey, tap in with LaRon, man. He's doing some great things, man. We appreciate you again, LaRon.
I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a great day. Stay blessed.
Hey, you too, man. You too. Hey, man, Biddle, sound like we got us a good one, man. Get some good conversation. Good conversations with LaRon, and then some good competition that's showing up, man. Just gonna have to show up. Hey, and do what you can do.
That's it. The thing about it, the invite out there, like I said, when we was coming up, we didn't have these options. You know what I'm saying? So kids got to take advantage of it, no matter how much exposure that you may think you not getting or either getting. Hey, the opportunity there, let's take advantage of it.
That's right, man. Show up, show out, see where you at, man, and go from there. If nothing else, you use it as a stepping stone to find out where you at in your game and maybe what you need to work on. But there it is, man. Don't forget the Wolves Den Summer Camp at Greer High School, July 29th to July 30th. You can register on any one of the social medias for the Wolves Den, whether it's Twitter, IG, TikTok, or Facebook, man. For my co-host KB, it's Coach I, man. It's Chuckin Buckets, man. We out of here.